Kia ora everyone. Since the last time we met, I've been a busy girl. First of all, I jumped on a flight down to Wellington so that I could meet up with all the other teachers that I'm doing the course with, and we all trained up to Ohakune. This is the Rangatiki Gorge, which is just south of Ohakune. It's just beautiful. It was a 4.5 hour trip, but we made it to Ohakune, just a beautiful place in the middle of the North Island. The reason why we went to Ohakune was to take part in a noho marae at Te Rarangi Marae, to connect with the whenua and the tangata of the land that we live in. This is their local awa, which is a really interesting story in terms of its health. We were looking at the local geology of the area, and this is the flag of the local iwi, Ngā Te Rangi. This is inside, everyone's sleeping. I took a sneaky photo. And there's Mount Ruapehu, which is just beautiful. I've got such a much more respect for that mountain. There's a lichen moth which we found. We did some science experiments as groups in collaboration. This is the coldest river in New Zealand, and I went for a swim there. Very, very cold. Another marae we visited. Here we're at the local awa, the local river. We did lots of experiments on this river. We found it to be really low in pH, which means it's quite acidic, because of the paper mill that is just up the way from there. It's quite a sad science experiment, but again, it's connecting to nature, doing something about it. Here we are, we went on a walk to Rotukura, which is a very significant spot for the local iwi. There was lots of time for reflection, for observing, for learning. This lake has a lot of significance to just being who you are. This gentleman here was fantastic. He was here doing a karakia for us before we entered the realm of the lake. And it just makes you more aware of the surroundings that we have, the connections we have with nature. There you go, Te Rarangi Pa is where we were. And then we left back on the train 3 days later. This is a view of Kapiti down near Wellington, and there's Wellington Harbour itself. So that was very cool. Just recently I've been invited onto this boat here, the Hawere, the research vessel, the Hawere, which is an Auckland University boat. We were asked to head on out to Rakino Island, which is just in the Hauraki Gulf, not far from Rangitoto Island. We were there to observe the marine life. Recently there's been a report released about the state of the Hauraki Gulf Marine Park, and it's quite a sad report. You'll find a lot of species have disappeared. This is the view of my window from where I was sleeping. But it's been really sad. So the ratepayers of Rakino Island invited us out there to do some marine surveying of the land, of the underwater surrounding the land of Rakino. Here are 2 PhD students which I spent 3 days with, so we had 2 nights on the boat. They went scuba diving, 8 dives in total. This girl's name is Hayley. She was really cool. She's studying lobsters, and unfortunately there weren't many lobsters seen at all. In fact, only just one juvenile. Here they are in the water again, going down for one of their last dives. There's Tim. Remember Tim's my scientist. He's taking a transect down there to do some observational things down and under the water, and there he is again going off for one of his last dives. It was a really interesting trip. The guys would come up from their scuba dives and share stories which weren't all that good, and just really sad. And there's a photo of me because I was actually there. So that's it. Next week I'm off to Dunedin, going down to Otago to do a leadership course down there, and then when I come back I'm going to be back up at Lee in the lab doing lots more things with even more PhD students. It's been a fantastic trip so far. Some people say, I can't believe she gets paid for that. Yep, it's true, but learning's meant to be fun, right? And there's a lot of fun and a lot of learning going on here. Until then guys, ka kite anō, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye!